Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play FTL Faster Than Light. I'm Nye, gonna start ourselves a new game. So last episode we unlocked our new cruiser, the Rock Cruiser. Haven't actually had a chance to play this one yet. We literally just unlocked it. Not sure how I feel about it, just looking at it already. We got our rock plating, which we saw last episode, which gives us a 15% chance of negating any incoming hull damage. Now, we still take damage, like the systems will still take damage, but negates damage that way. Has an interesting set of upgrades right off the bat. Looks like level 2 engines, just only a level 1 shield. They have a decent amount of damage in the weapons. They start with an Artemis missile, which we already know from the Kestrel. So 2 damage if it hits, pierces all shields, a very low chance of fire, and very low chance of breaching. And then we also have the hull missile, which, let's see, does still 2 damage per shot, and this one requires 2 power. Still low chance of fire and breaching, but does 2 times damage on systemless rooms. I'm not sure how I feel about this. What are the, let's see, we have a achievement, have your crew kill a burning enemy on their ship while using the rock cruiser. So obviously rocks are immune to fire, so that's interesting. Defense drones don't do anything while using the rock cruiser. Destroy an enemy ship which has a defense drone deployed using only missiles. That seems useless. I'm not really sure I want to try to unlock that. And Ancestry, find the secret sector within the rock cruiser. That actually I know how to do. I've gotten close to it before. Well, can't say I'm going to be particularly enjoying this, but I guess we'll give it a try. Let's start. They started with 28 missiles at least, so we have plenty of missiles. Let's get our rocks into their various rooms. Now, it has a very interesting setup. There's doors everywhere, so what I'm not sure I like about this is the fact that if we get boarded, there's going to be a lot of trouble. I'm going to want to upgrade my doors as early as possible. Okay, so we're going to get our missiles set up. We're going to start jumping. We got a store right off the bat that doesn't really help me. I'm not sure I like that. We're going to do our normal, just sort of look around thing, I guess, and see what we can find. Let's see if we can download the ship's data stores, get some information about the area we're in, but that's evidently not going to happen. So we're just going to start setting up here. They've got a missile. They also have a hull laser. Alright, not a hull laser, but a regular laser. We've got 2 missiles. Look like they're going to miss their shot immediately. Going to use my Artemis on their weapons, and actually we're just going to use both missiles on their weapons. I don't see any reason to actually take down their shields because they're not going to do anything. Okay, so now their weapons are down. I'm going to actually ignore using the Artemis, and I'm instead going to use the hull missile on that empty room they have right there. The hull missile should do double damage, so I'm expecting to see 4 damage off of this. Yep, there it is. Okay, so I can kind of see what the strategy would be for this thing. We got 2 missiles, so it doesn't really pay us back, but it's close. 1 drone part and 14 scrap. I'm going to want to get a laser as soon as humanly possible. And, of course, they throw stores at me immediately when I can't actually use them. I'm not happy about that. What does this store have? Let's see. Drone control, crew teleporter, some beams, another missile, breach missile. I actually would be kind of interested in that if I could pick it up. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to ignore this stuff. I'm going to keep on jumping. I may just have to ignore most of this sector for the time being as I work to build some scrap up. Let's see. We got a scout of the fleet, which is going to try to run. I'm going to do sort of my normal thing. Looks like they're teleporting onto our ship. Not happy about that. But, you know, I have, my rocks have 150 HP each, so I'm not too worried about actually being killed by that. Okay, so we got their, chair out. Now, we're going to be taking apparently a lot of damage here. Extremely unhappy with that, but, there's really not much I can do, about that right now, so we'll ignore that. Apparently we didn't take too much damage, though. Gonna work on taking out their actual weapons. Looks like I missed that one. Whoa! Okay, hull missile directly there. I really want to make sure that they don't have a chance to run. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Oh, but look at this. Look, we're taking a ton of damage. Again, I'm not so sure how much I like this ship. It looks like it fires really slowly, too slowly for my tastes. So, not too happy about this thing. Hopefully, get those shields back online. Hopefully I'll be able to kill them with this shot. Okay, so they're gone. Let's get ourselves repaired. I mean, I'm looking at kind of the way this ship is set up. I kind of like it. I kind of don't. I think I'm going to upgrade my doors while I have a chance. Make sure we can get the, you know, ability to hold back fires. Even though my rock crew is not going to have to worry about fire too much, I still don't want to have to deal with that. I'm going to toss my pilot into the med bay, make sure that way he can get healed, because he did go down to about half health, which is not where I want to be. And we're just going to wait for the repairs to be done. You get back in your station. The engine should be repaired pretty soon here. This rock crew member is ready to go, so let's get him back in his normal area. And we are just waiting for the engines to be finished. Awesome, engines are ready. Let's get you back in weaponry, and we are good to go. So we're going to make our next jump, and we're just going to do our normal, just sort of swinging around, getting as much sectors under our belt, as much beacons under our belt as we can. These guys look like they're going to try to run away. Not a fan of that, so we're going to make sure to get missiles on them. I'm really not a fan of how many missiles I have to fire to kill these guys. This feels like a ship I'm not going to use much once we unlock the second variation. Unless the second variation is kind of a lot better than this one. I'm not so sure. We're going to see. I'm going to get the hull missile, because I really want to deal as much damage to these guys as possible. The Artemis is nice, but, you know, given the option... Whoa! Okay, their FTL is charging again. Not a fan of that, not a fan of that at all. Let's get our weapons charging again. Trying to decide what I want to do to them. Oh, do I have auto-fire on? What? Oh, okay. Looks like we're going to take a hit to the O2. Let's take out their pilot, hull missile. Actually, this should... Yeah, that should take care of it. Okay, so they didn't get a chance to run. We're going to get 3 fuel, a drone part, and some scrap. Still not getting missiles, though. So that's a problem. We got some distress here. I'm going to hit that distress beacon in a second. So I'm going to go and I'm going to swing around a little bit. I mean, I can get a lot of blue options right now. So, you know, I'm, of course, happy about that. But what I'm not happy about is, that, oh, are you kidding me? They have a breach drone already? Oh, God, that's problematic. Okay, you guys, get in here, kill that drone. Okay, actually, you go there, because I'm not too worried about their weapons. I'm worried about their drone control. Let's get those doors open. Okay, so their drone control is partly down. And, of course, I'm going to miss when I try to do that. Let's get these guys out of here, at least momentarily, so that way we can make sure that they get healed. That we should be able to get rid of them pretty quickly. These last 2 missiles should do it. They're offering me 7 missiles. That is really... You know what? I'm going to accept that, because I really need the missiles. Now, here's the crappy part about this. Let me close these off so we can get air back in these sections. Even though I'm not fighting them anymore, I still have to kill this drone to get rid of it. It'll just sit in my area, or sit in that sector of the ship, until I kill it. Now, the really crappy part about that is that anytime my guys go into that room, they're going to want to kill it before they want to do anything else. So let me make sure, while I have a chance, to go and get that taken care of, and then we'll move on. I mean, not as if it actually takes long or anything, but... Okay. Those guys are going to heal. We're going to keep jumping and see what we can find in this next sector. Something good, maybe? Explore the asteroid field. We got 3 missiles and 16 scrap. I can live with that. I'm going to start upgrading my shields immediately. And then I'm going to jump to the stress beacon. Maybe, hopefully it's something a rock gives me a blue option to. Yes! Okay, so we, off of having that, it's awesome. We get 4 missiles, a drone part, and 9 scrap. You know, that's nothing huge, but it's okay. Okay, you get back in here, you get back in shields, and let's get ready to go. Okay, so I'm at the exit right now. I'm going to have to decide if I want to explore any further. Okay, I got some time, and since we're in a nebula anyways, let's explore a little bit and see what we can find. Okay, so we got an enemy that's trying to run. I should be able to take it down in 2 missiles. So I'm going to get the Artemis on its command deck. That way we can make sure it doesn't really get to run from me. And that should deal 2 damage, and I'm going to deal the hull missile directly to that open spot. Or it would have dealt 2 damage if it didn't miss. Hull missile to the open spot, deals 4 damage. If the Artemis hits, that's going to be the win for us. There it goes. Okay, so again, I'm getting the strategy. Got 2 missiles, so we spent 1 missile on that fight, and that's not horrible. It's more than I would have liked to spend, but what do we have here? Let's attempt to follow the Federation ship, and we find some rebels while we're at it. Now, I did hear someone jump onto my ship, so I'm going to start opening my hatches. We have no idea where they are, because of course our simpers, yes, our sensors are down. So, you know, we have no idea where they are. We're just going to have to wait for them to come and fight. Yes, they are right here. They're going to break in pretty quick, because those doors aren't made for that. Close these off. That guy's going to die pretty darn fast. Going to send the Artemis to their weapons. They're offering me a ton of fuel. No, I'm not going to accept that one. I'm very tempted, but fuel's not what I really need. The commodity right now is going to be missiles. I wonder if missiles have a hidden accuracy stat. Okay, so 1 fuel, 1 drone part, 17 scrap. Let's put some power into our shields. Got a few more jumps we can make. I'm not so sure about a jump after this one, but let's aid the civilian ship. Got some rock fighters that we're going to have to fight against. Gonna do basically the same thing as normal. Actually, hull missile to their weapons. Because I want to get those weapons offline, because he does have a missile he's going to fire back at me. So took a little bit of damage, not horrible. Took a little bit more damage, more than I would have liked. Okay, 1 more hull missile should do it. Let's get you onto our engines so we can keep our dodge chance up. Yep, looks like they got a fire that took out their weapons. And 1 more hull missile is going to take care of them. Awesome. Okay, so we're doing okay. We got a weapon fire beam, and our civilian ship installs a pike beam on our ship. Okay, I mean, you know, all the power to you. That gives me a little bit more to work with. The problem is that they're beam weapons, and, you know, I mean, that's not amazing for me, but I guess I can live with that. We're going to jump directly to the exit, because if I don't now, we'll be trapped. So we're going to jump, and now we will leave. We got 2 options, civilian-controlled or pirate-controlled. I think civilian-controlled sector is probably the best way for us to go right now, so we're going to head there. 13 minutes for the first sector, that's not terrible. Okay, let's start exploring. What we're really hoping for is that one event that gets us the stasis pod. Okay, time to start exploring around. I'm not going to go to that shop. There's really no point for me, honestly. Let's see, got some fuel and some missiles, okay. I'm not going to go down. I'm going to instead go towards the Nebula. I'm okay with the Nebula. Let's see what we find. We get boarded. That's fine. Let's open the hatches. And we'll smoke them out. Oh, joy. So they're at the pilot's quarters. And my pilot needs to get over here. But you know what? That's fine. All the power to them. They can just chase him. And if they break in there, well, you know what? Fine. Looks like they're trying to break into a couple of other doors. I can send everybody into the med base. I'm not too worried about that. Well, you know what? It seems like they're dead. So let's send you into the med bay just to heal you up, because I know you're having some problems. And send you back to the cockpit. Doing okay. That was not bad. Yeah, I'm still not a fan of the layout, I gotta be honest. But it's not the most horrible layout. Okay, let's keep on exploring. See if we can find something that'll actually get a scrap. Nope, nothing there. Nope, nothing there. I mean, I'm you know, part of me is glad I'm not finding anything, but I mean, really now. Okay, awesome. We now have ourselves a 4th man. Let's get you into the engines, and let's keep on exploring. I'm starting to run out of fuel here because I keep on running along these empty zones or these zones where I'm not fighting. So that's causing me some problems. Not too happy about it. But now we have 4 people on board, so we should have a little bit more of a chance. Now we have a 20% evade chance, so 1 out of every 5 shots I should be able to dodge. And these guys are not going to be hard at all to kill, because they, you know, they only have 2 lasers and not much else. I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. Part of me wants to stop using missiles and start using, like, the pike beam. So I'm not sure if I actually want to do that. They're offering me 2 missiles, 3 fuel, and 12 scrap. I'm gonna ignore that. That doesn't seem good to me. Fire beam only starts fires and it doesn't get through shields. Pike beam only does 1 damage per room. It doesn't get through shields. So I'm just gonna fire this and be done with it. 2 fuel, 1 drone part, 12 scrap. Well, I needed the fuel, so that's not bad. Let's upgrade weapons, so I can start putting a few more points to weapons. It should allow me to get the hull missile and, like, one of my beams, if I want to be able to do that. And, I'm going to keep on exploring around the back side and try, stay in the Nebula, try to head towards the exit through here. Let's attack this ship. Okay, so let's Artemis missile to their cockpit, and let's take the hull missile and throw it on their shields. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use... I don't have enough power, right, because they just took a big hit to my missiles. What I'd like to do... Man, where's that 15% of not having to deal with this bullshit? Not enough power. Okay, let's get the fire beam going. So what I'm going to do... Crap. What I'm going to do is, hull missile to their shields again. And I'm going to fire beam as much of their ship as I can. And hopefully, the fire will smoke them out, basically. That's my hope, is that using the fire beam will burn them all to death. Okay, looks like we might have set some fires. Or, I mean, we took a resist on that. That's good. Okay, I can live with a resist. But their shields are back online. So let's get the Artemis in there. We're going to do another fire beam. Come on, Artemis, get up. Nope, not going to accept that surrender. Yeah, they're burning to death, apparently. Apparently that's what's going on there. Okay, fire beam. Up the middle. And that, I mean, that should do it. Either the fire is going to kill them all and oxygen is going to asphyxiate them, or fire is going to deal enough damage. Okay, that's okay. I'm okay with this. Took more damage than I would have liked. I'll admit that. Okay, let's see. Got a black market ship. Let's attack them. Let's see. Let's do the same thing basically. Because if I can smoke them out, if I can do enough fire damage to basically take them out, yeah, I'd like that to be my strategy, because we can get a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? Scrap if I burn them. If they die from that, than if the entire ship goes down. Really want to take out their O2. That's kind of my hope here, is that I can take that out. Unfortunately, my beam just fails to connect. Gotta take their O2 out first. And then I'll take out their shields, and then I'm gonna fire beam again. You need to get back in here. Good. Fire beam across the decks. Feeling pretty good about this right now. I know they're definitely going to be having problems. Okay, so they're offering me a lot. Still not going to accept it, though. I mean, they're basically going to asphyxiate in there. Now, all their stuff is down. Going to get some more fire going. Now fire's probably going to take out their shields, and that will take them out. So, there's the... You know what? Okay, let's give it a few more... Yeah, fire took him out. I think what I want to do, given the circumstances, I want to put some points into sensors. I know it's not going to do anything while I'm in the nebula, but this will allow me to see where they are in the ship, so I can see, you know, what they're running around and doing. If I'm going to be doing this whole, you know, burning them thing, this is the best way to go. Okay, let's attack this automated ship to get into the station. Now, the fire beam is not going to work against this thing. We're just going to have to use the pike beam. Now, luckily, the pike beam does a lot of damage. It does 1 damage per room, but it has a very, very long... Oh, it shot down my missile? Really? The pike beam has a very long range, so it can probably hit all 5 of their rooms. Yeah, it saves me a couple missiles. Again, I'm not so sure I like this rock ship, just because of this super dependency on missiles that it has. That feels more like a weakness than a gain for me. I'm trying to re-aim this pike beam to do what I want. I kind of like that whole, you know, armor thing that it has going on for it. But, you know, really, really dependent on missiles. Okay, 1 more pike beam should do it. Now, of course, what I should be doing is Artemising the cockpit and then just hull missile to empty sections of the hull. And that's probably what I'm supposed to be doing. That would save me a lot of missiles. So, I mean, there's probably a strategy that I'm not doing. We got a heavy laser Mark 1. That's very interesting. Not sure if I want to use it yet, but that is interesting. Rebel Scout waiting for me, apparently. Let's do... What weapons does he have? Regular heavy laser and a bomb. Okay, I'm gonna put the shield up so that way the heavy laser can't get through. And we're gonna try that strategy that I just named, namely taking out the cockpit and then just aiming directly for the hull to get double damage on the hull missile. Let's see how well this works. I mean, it's still going to end up taking 4 missiles to kill these guys this way. So I'm not sure how, you know, how much I like this. God damn it, they're powering their FTL. Okay, let's take points out of that and put it into the pike beam. Crap. Hopefully this hell missile will hit first. Yep, there we go. So it still took more missiles than I would have liked, but, you know, not doing horribly. And I'm running out of fuel, too. Got another plasma storm? Okay. Not taking too much damage here. And it's only going to take, you know, 2 hull missiles to take this thing down, so I'm not too worried. It is doing a fair amount of damage to me, though. So we're waiting on that. So let's take a point out of Artemis and just put that into O2. Now what I'm curious about is why I'm not taking a lot of damage. Because it kind of feels like I'm only taking 1 damage per hit, which I wonder if that has something to do with that heavy armor. If that's like a hidden effect, or if I just misread it somehow. Okay, so 1 missile for all the missiles I used. Not a big fan of that at all. Okay, we're ready to jump. Let's go to this distress beacon. Hopefully it's going to be something useful for us. Let's lead these guys to our destination. They're going to give me some scrap. Oh, well, you know, scrap's okay, guys, but I'd prefer to have fuel. Or missiles. Aid the Federation ship here. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to beam these guys. Now, as you can see, now I can see where they are. Let's Artemis... Well... Yeah, it's Artemis, because it fires faster. They've got a beam weapon, they've got a missile, and they have a heavy laser. Their shields are completely down. Let's start some fires. Let's see, can I aim this in such a way that I get... Yeah. This beam should do a hefty amount of damage here. Awesome. Now let's get you in there to fix the O2. Yeah, they're getting some damage in. Mostly because my shields are partly offline. You gonna be okay, dude? Let's get you out of there. Oh, is he gonna make it? Yes, he lives. Okay. And unfortunately, the fire's not doing enough, as much to them as I would be hoping. Let's get their shields down again. Okay, I got, you know, a lot of their guys are really badly damaged, so that, I mean, that's good news. Let's put a point into there while we wait for the fire beam. God, they keep on doing this. Let's get you over here to repair this really quick. You over here to repair this really quick. Still just waiting on that fire beam. But that's unlikely to happen now, is it? You get in here. God, what is with this? I mean, most of their guys are having some trouble. I'm just waiting to be able to shoot this fire beam. You know, this is probably a bad idea. I'm taking way too much damage from this. But you know, I'm really not a fan of the ship anyways. I mean, most of their stuff's down. Their shields are completely down. I can probably kill them all if I can get this fire beam off the ground. And that's, there we go. Okay. Now we're cooking with fire. Literally. Okay, you get in here, repair our sensors. Let's get those fires burning. Looks like their weapons are probably going to go out pretty soon here. They might be out of missiles, too. It's hard to tell. Yep, there's their weapons. Okay, so we're going to win this. Skin of our teeth, sure, but we're going to win. It looks like they're pretty much all going to burn to death, which that's kind of what I wanted here, is I wanted them to burn. There's this last guy who's sitting in O2, sort of waiting for it. Yep, here it comes. And death from them. We get extra stuff. That was way too much damage. Quickly try to rescue the crew. We get a mantis to join us. That's good. Or no, we get a human to join us. Okay. I don't know why I thought it was a mantis. Okay, let's get you into the med bay, you into the med bay, you into the med bay. Heal up, guys. Wow, this was... So that was about the worst possible fight I could have had. I feel kind of bad that I did so badly. I really do. Let's get you kind of just in this room, just in case we can get something going on. Okay, you are shields. Let's get you in there. You're the pilots. You just stay there and do your thing. You get in here. You are working on the engine, so you get in here. So we got a five-man crew. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm going to upgrade shields, because I definitely need upgraded shields. But, you know, level 3 shields on Sector 2, I mean, it's not bad. Let's look for survivors on the station, and, you know, we lose one of our crew members. So, you know, you win some, you lose some, and unfortunately we lost our pilot, which is unfortunate. We got a little bit of, I think we got a little bit of a scrap for it, but... Okay, so we can go to the Zoltan homeworld. I guess we're going to have to, because nothing's going on around here. Okay, let's go to the stress beacon first, because hopefully we're going to get something good out of this. And of course, it had to be inside this asteroid belt. You know what? I'm going to interfere and help. This is probably going to end up being a terrible idea, but, you know, My hope is that I will get something decent for it. Let's Artemis their shields. Now, they're gonna teleport to us. And, unfortunately, our doors are not level 2 yet. So they're gonna deal a lot of damage to those doors. I should really get these doors closed. Let's get these guys out of here. Or let's get him out of here. He's gonna take a little bit of damage. But, whoa, why are these doors open? I don't remember opening those doors. Okay, their shields are still online, so let's do another blast from the Artemis. Okay. Now, let's start setting things on fire. Starting with those rooms. Okay, looks like all the Mantis are dead. And some of our heroes are over here are half dead. Okay, I got their O2 down. And their shields are down. Which is pretty fantastic. Let's get you back in here. I do not know how that thing got through our shields. But they went down pretty quick. Actually, no, you get back in here. Crap, O2 is down. Come on, man, get that O2 back up quickly. I think he's gonna do it. I think we'll be fine. Just a second. There it is. You quickly get into a room with oxygen. Quickly, quickly. Hold your breath. Live, damn you. Live. Okay, he's gonna live. He's got how much health left? Man, he had like 1 HP left. That was kind of nuts. Okay, why aren't we... Oh, because our... Oh, we lost a... Oh, wow. Didn't even realize that we lost a guy. God, man, we are hemorrhaging people. Okay, you get in here. Okay, you know, I said you win some, you lose one. I don't feel like I'm winning here. I feel like I'm losing pretty bad. Okay, let's send an away party to investigate this. We got 2 missiles, drone parts, some 20 scraps, and another quest marker. I have 2 quests to complete. One right here and one by the exit. I don't know if I'm making it to the exit, guys. I only have 1 fuel, and I'm badly damaged. And of course, you know, this is, like, I'm getting some of the worst rolls here in terms of guys to fight, basically. I don't know why I'm getting some of these. Yep, it's not safe it's not safe in there. Go away. Okay, you get into this room real quick, and they take us out with the beams. Okay, so that wasn't that good. I'm not sure how I feel about the rock cruiser. I'm really not. It feels okay, but its reliance on missiles feels very, very weird. So I'm gonna have to keep working on it. Hopefully we'll do better next time. I'll see you guys then.